welcome everyone to the Modern Day Overthinker podcast. My name is Colin. I'm your host. Today I'm here with Heather from the Hot Mess Espresso podcast. Hey Heather, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well now that I'm off work. So
Felt.
Yeah. Now that I have my freedom and can do what I actually want to do.
Right.
No offense to work. I like my job and I still need my job in case they're listening. But it was cool. It was kind of a random Instagram find where we found, I think I found you, and don't worry, I didn't stalk you. I'm too lazy.
Good luck trying to find anything interesting if you're stalking me anyways.
Yeah. But no, I did a little bit of digging on. I watched a couple of the TikTok videos. I saw that you went viral on one of the TikTok videos. Pretty significantly.
It's my second time going viral, and it was for something significantly less stupid than the first time I went viral, so I'm not mad about it.
It's usually something stupid.
It always is. I filmed that one getting out of my car at my sister's house, and as she was walking up to me, I was filming it really quick, and then I posted it, and voila, I think we're at 380-something thousand views or something. I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
What did your other one get to 1 million?
2 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've yet to crack it, but that's because I'm trying too hard.
Yeah, you just have to not care. I literally was like, I need to post content. I posted a stupid video, and voila, 2 million later. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the newest one was a voiceover one, wasn't it?
The newest one, yeah, it was just like something from Duck Dynasty, and I was just like, yeah, let's just do it, because I mean,
it was about your nephew.
Yeah, having a nephew, and just like, and it's based on true stories, because half the time I'm literally getting out of the car going, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
and then he's trying to explain it, and I'm just like, okay, like, all right, kid.
And we're talking like 12, 13, double digits,
something around there, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I have a nephew, he's 2, so it's a little different.
Don't worry, give it a few years.
Oh, I know, I already know, like, I can tell, like, he's a character, he loves attention. I'm like, dude, you're like me.
Yeah, by 4, he will be working on his audition reel for Jackass.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I will film it for him, because I'm the cool uncle.
Pretty much.
My brother will hate that. But, yeah, being an uncle's weird. It still hasn't hit me. It's been 2 years. It's only. Do you have other nieces and nephews, or just a nephew?
No, just that one. I mean, I have nieces and nephews with like some of my very close friends' kids. I'm auntie, but
I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I have that.
Blood relation for now. That's all I have. Eventually, I think my other siblings will produce offspring, but for now, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys got to do that, because I'm not doing that right now.
Nope, kids are not in the cards for me. I've never really, I think it was this year that I felt like I could actually like not royally fuck up another human being. And even by then I was just like, I just got out of a marriage and a relationship after that. I'm not, that's a huge commitment to have kids, especially like if I'm not with like a significant other for like a significant period of time. And I'm 33, so I'm just like, not that starting at 33 is like a terrible thing at all, but I'm just like, nah, I don't want it enough. I just don't. Yeah. I like being the cool aunt and the favorite aunt, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, the independence and kids are a lot of work, expensive. There's a lot of different things. Yeah, just being it's just that responsibility just scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
I'm good. So you've been doing a lot of work the last few years, ever since your diagnosis, because you were how long were you in the dark before you got diagnosed borderline?
I was 25 when I started going to therapy for it, or what we thought was possibly borderline.
Yeah.
I was about 26. It was August of 2018 that I just happened to look at my MyChart and saw borderline personality disorder on the list of diagnoses. Because it's not like my therapist sat back and went, well, it's borderline.
You found out through my chart.
Yeah, I found out on like my discharge paperwork for like after going to therapy, because I was in like the local like state hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
Going to therapy that way. So I just found out after leaving an outpatient appointment, and I was like, oh, okay, which we had been treating me for borderline anyways. So it wasn't like something shocking to me. Like I already knew that I probably had it, because when I looked up the criteria for it, I literally went, who sat in my living room? So it wasn't strange to me that that was the diagnosis. I was like, it was more of a relief of like, yeah, that's for sure what it is. And then I had started doing my research on it, and I was like, wow, people think that we are pieces of shit. Got it.
Yeah, so what are kind of the misconceptions? Well, let's start by explaining. Let's say you're explaining this to a child and trying to explain borderline to somebody who, doesn't exactly have that high level intelligence yet and has no idea what it is. What would you say to them?
So probably not a child, because it's like a lot. But if I was
not a child, I'm just.
If I was, I know what you mean. I was just like, I'm just being super literal today. But
like, say you were explaining it to one of my really dumb friends.
Okay, well, Brad.
Yeah, Chad.
So,
Brad. No.
So borderline personality disorder is a mental illness that is in the cluster B section of mental illnesses and personality disorders. It's in with antisocial, histrionic, and narcissistic personality disorders, which is also why it gets villainized, because obviously narcissists,
buzzword.
And antisocial personality disorder, which if you take a quick Google search onto famous people that have narcissistic and antisocial personality disorder, you come up with all of the serial killers from the 70s and the 80s. So we're grouped in with them. It is a mental disorder that is categorized by a lot of instability, unstable relationships, a lot of major I don't want to say mood swings, but very heavy emotions. We feel things. If like somebody's like, oh, that's sad, for somebody with borderline, it's like, this is the most devastating thing that has ever happened. And it's very hard. Like they are just lacking some sort of emotional regulation scale. So it's categorized by 9 categories, and I should know these off the top of my head, but I don't, but I'm just going to do my best. Unstable relationships, a lot of instability with that, a lack of identity. They're basically like a social chameleon. They will fit into wherever because they have no sense of their own identity. So if they start hanging out with a little bit, there's a lot of severe mood, like ups and downs. There's splitting, there's drug and alcohol use almost always.
Classic. Yeah.
Yeah. So long story short, and there's a few others, reckless behavior. So like, half of my life story, like just taking off and not telling anybody where I was going. A lot of reckless behavior with,
Spontaneous.
like a lot of sleeping around, like, things. The thing with borderline is a lot of these, it's really hard to diagnose sometimes because a lot of these things that represent borderline are things you just do in your 20s, like the binge drinking, the partying, the drug use, the sleeping around, all of that. So like sometimes it gets overlooked a little bit, which is also why it takes months and months and months, because it's like, is this just a phase or is this an actual mental disorder? But there's 9 characteristics. You need to hit 5 out of those 9 to be diagnosed. And then it's just, there's therapies for it. Sometimes you can be on medication. Mm-hmm. There's no medication for borderline.
Specifically for it,
yeah. Specifically, like there's medication for bipolar disorder. There's medication for like, anxiety and depression, but there's no medication for borderline. What you basically do is you're treating the symptoms. So a lot of the times you will get, like, I got put on so many mood stabilizers because we were just trying to kind of bring down those high emotions. They never really worked. On top of that, I have raging ADHD, so remembering to take my meds, not happening. So it just became, for me personally, and I'm not saying medication doesn't work for everyone. Some people have borderline and do very, very well on medication.
Yeah.
I didn't. Mine was unpacking my shit, getting into safe and stable environments that made me unpack said shit and like heal, and a lot of brain rewiring. I can't talk today.
It's okay. It's a podcast, though. I kind of need you. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right? Like, I need you to gap.
I kind of need you. No, I get it. I used to talk on the phone all day for my job, but now it's weird. Like, once I get off work, I'm like, I just want to talk because I don't talk enough at work because I work remote. I work from home, and yeah. So whenever I'm on a call, it's usually something very important or, you know, checking up on things. And it's like we're talking for like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30, and then that's it. That's my interaction for the day. So I like how to make sure I get out and like do stuff, or like since I'm in recovery, go to a meeting, or like since I do stand up, go to an open mic, all that good stuff. But what else did you determine like that was like, what are some of your things that you've learned that are really good therapy for you besides therapy, if that makes sense?
So, road trips that I actually tell my family about. It's always helpful.
Not the,
yeah, not the, what are you doing in Bath? Like, you know, that kind of thing. So I found that, the New England area definitely soothes my soul. So I really like going there at least once a year, and just absorbing all of that. Being out in nature definitely helps a lot. It helps kind of ground me. I'm an earth sign, so, you know, it's kind of the running joke with myself that, you know, that's why I like being in nature, because I'm an earthy. Also going to metal shows a lot. That tends to just, I can rage out, I can scream, I can
get that all out. Yeah.
Get it all out, and then I'm literally like, I'm on a high when I'm leaving. Like, you know, everything's great. My body feels like absolute dumpster fire shit. But I'm like, I got it all out and I feel like way better. And I'm so tired the next day, mostly because like, you know, you were at a show all night, but because like all of that tension just like released.
It's like a massage.
Yeah. And like just hanging out with my sister, like she is my best friend. She is my literal everything. So I enjoy hanging out with her and my nephew. It's really hard to be sad and want to drive your car off a cliff when he's being a goofy little shit and, you know, just being the best freaking kid and coming over and checking in on me. And, you know, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I missed you so much. And I'm just like, I'm taking advantage of that because one day you're going to be like, why are you here? Yeah. So, you know, those are just like my like little mini therapies / safety plans kind of deals.
Appreciating the moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had to do that as well.
Yeah.
The trips thing, I finally took the jump and I just I told people about it after I booked it that I'm going to New York City. I've never been there. I want to check it out. It's like a lot of history with comedy, and I've been doing stand up for 4 years now, and I'm just like, I just want to, and I like to network too. So, whether that's podcasting or stand up, and I just want to go out there and see what's going on. I mean, I heard it's like just like Chicago times 5.
It's very overwhelming, but very energizing at the same time. Like you feel so inspired when you're there, but you're also so overstimulated.
Overstimulated, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually probably good in a sense because I need that distraction because otherwise I'm just in my head.
Yeah. No, there's no being in your head in New York City. You can't even hear your own thoughts. So you
That's good.
I
need that.
It's loud. It's like I said, it's so motivating and inspiring and you just can't hear your own thoughts. I don't know how I slept. But I also love New York City. I love and hate it. It's like really crazy, really busy, but also I feel so like recharged and ready to go when I'm there.
I feel the same way about Chicago. My brother lives in Chicago, so I'll go visit, but I've lived there before. Never going to live there again.
No, I'd never live in New York City, but visiting isn't the worst.
No, yeah. As long as especially if you're not driving at all. Driving, I'm sure New York is just as bad, if not worse, as Chicago. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like, I live in Iowa, so I don't have to worry about traffic.
Yeah. Well, you got to worry about cows being on the road, I'm sure.
I do. Deer. A lot of deer.
Yeah. I live in the land of deer. I grew up in the land of, is that a cow on the road or a deer? Like, that's where I grew up, so.
I don't know anyone who has hit a cow. Only deer, though. Or deer hits them because they're really dumb.
Yeah, been there.
Yeah, I got hit by a deer one time. I literally made eye contact with him as he just smoked the side of my car.
It happens.
Yeah, that was a fun time. But yeah, New York City. Yeah, you got me thinking about the trip now. It's doing things like that, and like, 'cause I had this like build up in my head about trips and going on any kind of trip, especially by myself. I've never done that. All my trips I've been on in the past, really, that have been like significantly like trips like where I wasn't like driving an hour or two. Has been with my family, which is fine. I like my family.
Right.
I like going on trips with my family, but it's different. I want to go on a trip by myself. And my friends are kind of, they have a lot of stuff going on. They're like getting girlfriends and getting married. And I'm just like, nah, I'm doing my own thing. And,
right.
I have way too many hobbies. And, I've always wanted to go. And I've been thinking about it for I don't know how long. I'm just like, one day I actually got rejected from a comedy festival and in my hometown. Which don't get me started on that. But a lot better about unpacking things than I used to be. I used to just, react and be like,
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Just
yep.
Just being
I had no fuse. The fuse was already lit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and my thing is like, I'll be mad. No one knows I'm mad. I'm just like internally, just like, just upset. And, I'm really good at bottling my emotions, and I've gotten better at not doing that, but like working through it and like thinking about it and like thinking logically, like, well, I know they had less of a budget this year, there seemed to be less people on the shows, and there's people from out of town that, are coming from out of town, and, people see me all the time. Like, so I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, but I'm still going to New York, so. Yeah,
I would go, like, just literally out of sight, out of mind, do your networking, and come back ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do, because like I said, the East Coast in general, that's like just a starting point for me. Like, I want to go to Boston, I want to go to other places.
Yeah.
And then, like, I've just realized, like, man, especially after I was in treatment for a while in the fall of last year for OCD. So I like missed a lot of stuff. And when I realized that I missed a lot of stuff, I got a chance to think about that. Like, once I got out, I was like, man, like, I'm really holding myself back from doing a lot of things. Like, my mental illness has held me back from doing a lot of things.
It'll do that sometimes.
Yeah, and it's annoying. It's frustrating. I've lost weeks, months, not years. Well, when I was early on, I lost years for sure. I mean, not completely lost, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just,
I know what you mean.
Just sucks. But I don't really live in the past like I used to either. Except for if I'm ruminating something with OCD where I'm like, oh, did I do that? Did I check that? Or not?
Right.
I'm just giving a simple example. That's not it. My OCD is like on a different level right now because it's been going on for a long time. So OCD just finds other ways to.
Oh, of course. It's
sneak in.
It's gotta.
So once I master something, then it's like, okay, then we're gonna hit you. We're gonna hit you over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of how it goes.
We love that.
Do you notice that with borderline at all? Like, just stuff just flares up, and you're like, this is under control, and then this pops up.
Yeah. What I have noticed lately is certain events will trigger it. There was a really big event last summer that triggered a dissociative episode. And when people are like, oh my God, I dissociated, it kind of drives me nuts because I'm like, you zoned out.
Yeah, zoning out is different.
Yeah, it's so different. Dissociating is where like you literally kind of wake up from it and you feel like you were on an X amount of day, hour, week bender because you are just
Like
blacked out and you remember like you remember like you know those little like bits and pieces you kind of remember when you black out, like you remember like you like remember the bullet points basically, but if anybody asked you what else happened, no, and nobody would know that you're dissociating because like you're going through the motions, you're still showing up at your shit, you're still doing the thing, but when you come out of it, you're just like, what actually happened? Like you cannot remember.
Just checked out.
Yeah. So sometimes I can feel one coming on, and it's not really that I feel one coming on. I just know the symptoms and stuff. And I just know if I'm under a lot of stress and like one thing after the other is hitting me, I'm like, this is coming. Like either a split or a dissociative episode is coming where I'm going to either literally all of a sudden out of the blue feel completely different about something or someone. And I don't know when it's going to flip back. And there's nothing I can do about it to, you know, turn that light back on. Or I'm just going to basically like mentally black out. So that still happens.
Is it a defense mechanism?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I honestly don't know. I think it's just how my brain is wired. So it's literally the thing with borderline is it can be genetic, but it's 90% of the time a trauma response. So I think part of it is like a trauma response to like, so yeah, I guess it could be like a defense mechanism. It's like a protective thing, but I don't know 100%. I just like sometimes I can quote unquote predict it. Other times like it just comes out of nowhere and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how we feel about that person today. Great. Is this going to come back? It was really great when I was married. I remember literally hating my ex-husband for 2 months straight. And then we were laying on our bed. I just remember looking at the time. It was 3:36 p.m. on a Friday. And all of a sudden, I just felt the surge of I've never loved another person more in my life. We like, you know, did the deed and all was well. And I was just like, I literally was like, what just happened? It was just so, and like I had basically gone back to, oh my God, you're the best thing that's ever happened, blah, blah, blah. And that was so scary being married because I was like.
Was that heightened or was that like normal? Like the feeling, was that feeling normal or was that feeling heightened by what you feel would be borderline?
We had kind of been in a really shitty spot for a little bit. So I think that's when the split initially happened. Is when like the mental split, not us splitting.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like we flipped back and things were good for a while. And then they just slowly started to taper off. And I never split back into hating him. You know, we decided to split up because we weren't happy. We weren't turning into the best versions of ourselves. And we just, you know, we were better off friends than being in a relationship. So we ultimately divorced, but it's really scary when you're in a long-term relationship because you're like, I truly do. And I had to keep reminding myself, like, no, I do love him. Like, this is just my brain. This is just my brain. You know, and you're fighting with yourself the entire time. You can't convince yourself to snap back, but it's, you know, you just constantly reminding yourself, no, I do love this person. I do love this person. You don't feel it because all you feel is the just like severe loathing towards them. But you're like, no, I do love them. I do want to spend the rest of my life with them. Like, blah, 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 blah. It's just, this is literally in your head. But the problem is you can't really fix that. You can get yourself to a point where it happens less often and less severely, but it still does happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a lot. I can only imagine. Yeah.
I put him through the ringer for sure. There's a lot of regrets, or not regrets, but things I wish I had done a little differently. There's obviously things I can't help, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, like, you know, it's very hard being married to somebody with borderline. We did a 3-part series in season 1 of my podcast talking about it. And it was really, I guess, helpful for people that knew us and also were in relationships with people with borderline, being like, hey, like, I understand, like, my partner a little bit more. So that was, you know, helpful, but still, it was really rough on both of us.
Yeah, I can only imagine. How long were you together?
We got together July 11th, 2020. And we had the conversation to end our marriage February 10th, 2024.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. How long were you married?
August 29th, 2021 to legally divorced December 2nd of 24.
So like 3 years?
Yeah, but I mean, we were only like technically together for 2.5.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, it didn't last very long. Again, we just really, it was kind of one of those things where it was like, let's not like keep this going for another like 2-3 years of being miserable before, you know, we're ready to just like absolutely chop each other's heads off. Yeah. Let's just call it, this is not going to work. Neither one of us, like, we're 2 very different people now. Like, you know, let's just call it. That doesn't always work. We had a very amicable divorce. He's, you know, still a fantastic person. I adore him to pieces, but being with him, God, never again. And I know he says the same about me.
Yeah. That's fair. That's not typical. That's not what your typical divorce is.
No, it's not. No, it is not. Like, we definitely, I mean, we're doing the whole millennial thing of splitting custody of the dog, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're gonna see how well that works. Some outside influences may influence that, but for now, when it's just he and I making decisions, that is the plan.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, my last relationship, the pet was already mine, so.
I mean, legally, she was mine. Like, she was in my name. We got her before we got married. I could have been a dick and been like, I'm taking the dog, dumbass. But she loves him, and I know he loves her, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, if we can somehow make this work where we can, you know, both have her, I'm here for it. Besides, like, she's an Australian Shepherd. Like, Mama needs a break. I love her. I miss her dearly when I'm not with her. But holy shit, she's a lot. But she's literally such a good dog. She really is.
Yeah, I have a cat, and I've had her for 7 years now.
Mm.
And I'm not a cat person. I was not a cat person before.
Oh, I'm very much a cat person.
I'm a cat person now. I was not before. I grew up with dogs. I mean, that was the plan when I moved into this house, like, as a backyard that's fenced in, that I was going to get a dog. But I commuted to work and I was gone. Like, before COVID, I used to commute to work and I was never home. So I couldn't get a dog. So cat was low maintenance. My friend's cat was pregnant. She didn't know the cat was pregnant. It was a whole thing. She's like, I got to get rid of these kittens. I'm like, I'll take one. And then
you never take one. You got to get him a buddy.
I did learn that mistake, but it's too late for a buddy now. Too late.
Yeah, no, now they're 7. Now they're like, what the hell is this?
She's yeah.
No,
there's no other people allowed in the house besides me.
No, my ex-husband and I had 4 cats and the dog between the two of us. He actually, so when we split up, one of our tabbies was very, very bonded to him, and she had a sister that came as a bonded pair. So I was like, this is easy. Like, I came into the relationship with Max. I had kind of acquired Finn. So I was like, you take the girls, I'll take the boys, and we'll just split the dog. And it was a pretty good even split. But yeah, no, I'm such a cat person. I love cats.
I didn't think I would, but yeah, I do love
They're
my
great.
cat.
They have such personality.
Oh yeah, such personality. They are definitely smarter than dogs, I think. But
yeah, the older I get, the more I realize that the eHarmony cat lady that went viral all over YouTube, like back when you and I were in high school, yeah, she like cries over how much she loves cats.
I don't remember that.
I'm gonna have to send you the link. Oh my god. She was like making a video for eHarmony, and she started talking about cats, and she just started bawling about how like great cats are, and how like none of them have. It's dead ass real, and
so
how
is
like
a YouTube like.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Not a commercial.
No, it was a YouTube video that went viral, and she's just like, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about cats, and like how not all of them have homes, and I was just like, and then I was just like, I remember watching it in high school, and I was like, oh my god, this bitch is insane, and I would like to publicly apologize because I am Debbie. I am Debbie. I literally, every time it rains hard or it snows, I just think about all the cats that are like around me that probably don't have homes, that are like scared and cold and wet, and I just like lose my mind. So that's where I'm at in life.
That just means that you have a soul. So
a limited one, but yes.
A limited one. Yeah.
Not so much for people, but like if, you know, you see the war zones and everyone's like, oh my god, the people. I'm like, these poor animals, like these poor baby. I'm the worst. I'm the freaking worst. I'm like, yeah, it's awful what's happening to the people, but like the babies, like, because they don't have the cognitive like understanding of what's going on. So I'm just like, oh my god, like I could not.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, don't get me started on war and politics.
Oh god, no. I'm just saying like shit you've seen in the past.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh man, YouTube videos though, viral YouTube videos were the best because they like stuck. Because now there's so much content, things come and go.
I know the old OG like viral YouTube. Like, do you remember they're taking the hobbits to Isengard? That
sounds familiar.
It like wound up being this like that's the only line is they're taking the hobbits to Isengard, and it was over this like techno-y like synth music.
Okay.
And like, or I Got a Jar of Dirt. Charlie the Unicorn.
Unforgivable. Did you ever see Unforgivable?
I may have, but like Llamas with Hats, like all these like, you know, Charlie the Unicorn, like all of these like random, back when like making YouTube content took like hours because you were working with all this like subpar editing stuff, and now, like, you know, you just have your phone and you post a vlog. And I'm not saying that vlogging is easy because I'm looking at how they do these things. I'm like, I wouldn't know the first thing about editing these things. But it's just like, I miss when you sent stupid 2-minute YouTubes to your friends.
Yes.
And that was the thing back in the day.
Are you say you're 33?
33, yep.
So, do you remember Zanga?
It sounds so familiar. I'm blanking
Zanga
so hard
was
right
like
now.
Before MySpace.
Oh, yeah, no. I remember my thing was MySpace, and I remember making a MySpace. Mm-hmm. What I remember is I made a MySpace. My parents had my password or whatever. And then my one friend sent me a thing to Facebook when Facebook was finally not just college students.
Yeah. And
I made a Facebook because I didn't realize what it was. And then I remember having it for a couple of days and then realizing my parents were going to kill me if I had a piece of social media that they didn't have access to. So when I was finally allowed to have a Facebook, and then I realized my mom made a Facebook, I was petrified that my parents were going to find the other Facebook. And I was just like, oh my God. It was.
But you had a backup?
It was my first Facebook. This was back when, like, you didn't require, like, your fingerprint and a lobe of your liver to get into your Facebook if you lost it. Like,
oh, my God. It's so bad. I lost access to my LinkedIn, and it's... LinkedIn's obviously pretty boring, but I want it for my professional life.
I mean, a lot of people use it professionally, so
Yeah.
I should use it for the podcast, but also meh.
I have it for the podcast too. I lost that.
My Instagram got like hacked the other day because all of a sudden I'm getting a thing of like, it was for my personal one, and they were like, your account is being, your password is being used to like try and buy followers and likes, and I was like, I'm not. And I mean, I had to get an authenticator app. I had to, you know, I had to like find 18 ways to like say that I was locked out of my account, because they'd be like, change your password. So I'd change it, and they'd be like, you can't do that right now. And I'm like, what the hell? So I tried like accessing it from like Instagram.com. It was like a whole thing. It took hours.
It's like, show us all the pictures of a bicycle or.
Oh my God. I would have taken that over what I had to do.
Those are my least favorite things ever. I could rant about that. I think I need to do a bit about that.
You should.
Oh, so
I know, it's like right on the line, and you're just like, there's like a centimeter in the other picture. Do I click it or no?
Yeah, it's like, you guys are, whoever creates those just loves fucking with people. Like,
1,000%. I would do this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
If that was me, I'd be like, and then I'd make it wrong if they didn't click on it.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
I'm a menace. It's fine. I love being a menace to society.
Yeah. That would be an interesting job. CAPTCHA creator. What was I going to ask you about? I was going to ask you about, nostalgia stuff. So MySpace, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook was crazy when they opened it up. And I created my own profile. And then I look back at what I posted. I've deleted so much stuff.
Dude, oh my God. If I could kick 2010 me in the teeth, I would. I go through memories sometimes to like see if there's anything from like the last couple of years. I stop at 2014. I'm like, I don't want to know. Well, I was dramatic as fuck, going through a breakup with somebody super toxic, and I was posting status like 7 times a day. I'm just like, no.
Everybody knew about it.
Oh my God. I mean, this is back when you literally posted your entire life on Facebook. Like, I mean,
people still do.
Yeah. I mean, I yap about my entire life, like on my podcast and stuff. So there's like no secrets, but I'm also very boring. And like when I go through a breakup, like y'all know, because like I just crash out on TikTok, but I'm at least funny about it most of the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd like to think I'm a little more evolved and selective than I was when I was 18 and getting dumped for the, quote, 4th time in a day. Because that's how volatile that relationship was. My sister was literally like, are you guys together for this 12 hours? Or like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know if we're together right now. And he'd be like, yeah, we're together. I was like, yeah, we're together. Like, it was so toxic. And so I go through and I look at that and I'm just like, girl, why did you have access to the internet?
I used to think I was one of those guys that used to think he said like profound shit, and like
it was not
like,
profound.
Yeah, or something like lyrical, like rap related or something, like a quote from a song or something I made up because I used to. That's a past life. Well, I don't know if it's a past life anymore, hip hop stuff, because I've done hip hop stuff myself. It used to be very cringe. Still kind of is.
Yeah.
But I can't get away from it. It's kind of a good outlet. It's something that comes and goes with me. We're all like, oh, I want to make music. Like the other day, I was like, I want to make music. I want to make this song. So I'm like actually making this song, but I'm making it with a purpose, and I'm kind of
there you go,
putting mental health into it. It's a song about male suicide. It's going to be dark, but it's going to be uplifting.
I mean,
but
it's a really heavy topic. So yeah, it's going to be dark.
It's a very heavy topic, but like, that's like, I'm not saying women don't commit suicide, but the percentages are insane. Like in comparison, like, yeah, I just got to thinking about that after, like, you know, because last month was like Men's Mental Health Month, and that was on my mind. And I was like, I want to do something where it's like a letter to somebody that's thinking about doing that. That's basically what the song is. So
yeah,
still in early stages right now, but
No, I love that though.
Found a good beat that I want to use. I have a bunch of beats that I bought like during COVID that I was going to use, and I just never did, and I just have them stockpiled. So like I have like the full rights to them, and
there you go.
I can put them on Spotify, all that good stuff. Yeah, but this one I'm taking my sweet ass time to make sure this is exactly how I want it to be. Because I used to just put out shit just to put out shit, just try to get attention, or like write a song. My first song was about a girl. It was so cringy. It was oh my god. That song was not supposed to go anywhere except for to her, but she sent it to her friends, and they sent it to everybody in my high school, and I was like,
well.
Luckily, I went to a smaller high school, but I still got bullied more, like not physically, but verbally, and just like for a while. And I was just like, okay, now I got to own it and like actually start making music, and like it just never stopped. It's like,
there you go.
Now I'm trying to be better than myself and not try to prove it to anyone else. Like it used to be like to try to prove it to somebody else, like all that bullshit. Like I don't care about that anymore. I still compare myself to other people, but everybody does.
Yeah, I compare myself to a lot of people, but it's more, I've learned to take it instead of like a comparison to be like, okay, I want to be there. How do I get there?
How do I get there? Yeah.
But it also took a lot of rewiring to just not feel completely inadequate and like rage quit because, I'm never going to get there. It's like, no, I will. Yeah, I will absolutely get there. Over my, like, come hell or high water, I will get there.
I could already tell before I even met you that you're a very motivated person.
I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me.
Spite is very helpful.
Spite's a hell of a drug.
It's true. It does help. Like, but that's not the only reason you're doing this. That's the only reason you're doing the podcast. It helps motivate you when you don't want to, though.
Yeah, it does. Like my thing is I started it because I wanted to be the person that I needed when I was going through this shit.
Yeah.
And I can very confidently say that I am that person now. But it also like helped fuel me because people were talking shit about it and being like, how's that little podcast of yours? And, just like comparing me to other people. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you.
That little podcast of yours.
Yeah, that little podcast. Like, I'm 5 foot, but let me tell you, my attitude's 4.5. And I was going to make this happen come hell or high water. And I mean, the more people that say you can't, like, congratulations, that's literally my fuel.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, but unfortunately, there are far less you can'ts than there were because I've definitely proved myself.
Yeah.
But I definitely like that fueled me, and now that I've got that momentum, now it's just like, okay, what can we do next? Who can I have on next? Like who can I grab that's gonna shock me that I grabbed them? So that's my newest thing. I'm like, how can I get point A, point B?
What has been the biggest grab you think so far? Like as far as like somebody that you were like, you asked, you're like, they're not gonna say yes.
Taylor Palmby from Heart Support.
Don't know who that is. You're gonna have to explain more.
So Heart Support is it was founded by Jake Lures, who is the vocalist for August Burns Red. They're a metal band. And it was a foundation that was mixing music and mental health because he was realizing that there's a lot of people in the metal community that are struggling. So he created Heart Support to help give that support to people struggling in the mental health field and stuff like that. Taylor Palmby is their director of operations. I learned about Heart Support in 2018. I started following them. I've been following Taylor ever since then. And I shot her off an email and I was like, I feel like I'm like way too small, but fuck it. Like it'll be one. Yeah. I'm over here. Like my biggest thing is don't take a no as a rejection. Take it as another no closer to a yes.
Yeah.
So
I've had way less no's than yeses.
Yeah, I've had a lot less no's than I anticipated, but I know that my season of no's is coming. And I'm prepared for that. I'm mentally prepared for that. But yeah, it was like 3 weeks and I was like, well, you know, like not a big deal. And then all of a sudden she emailed me back and she goes, I'm so sorry. I've been traveling. This was like in my spam, like blah, blah, blah. I would love to come on. And I'm literally reading this email. I was just sitting there like staring at my phone like, this cannot be real. And I looked at the email because I'm like, it's got to be spam. Like, this has got to be somebody that's just, and no, she was on. Her episode is on HME. She's an incredible human. Just one of the sweetest guests I've ever had on. I loved working with her. I cannot wait to work with her again. But that was my biggest, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then, and then for those of you on TikTok that, you know the EMT guy, Badge 502, he popped into a TikTok stream the day before my birthday, and I was pitching the pod, like, just in general. I'm like, hey guys, remember, like, blah 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 podcast? And he was like, you have a podcast? And I'm like, yeah, I have a mental health podcast, like, not thinking anything of it, because he popped in. I didn't know his, like, actual, like, username, and he said, oh, one of my followers is in here, and it was one of my mods. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, if you're one of Jinx's people, you're one of mine, I'll shoot you a follow, not realizing who it was. He's a huge TikToker, mental health advocate, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, yeah, I'd love to come on. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, but still not realizing who he was. Clicked on it after the fact and went, oh, shit.
What's his following like? How many followers does he
have? Millions.
Yep.
It's either close to 1 million or over 1 million. Actually, let me look it up right now because I know it's somewhere up there. Let me see. Badge.
I guarantee you know an old friend of mine that is on TikTok.
Who is
I'll
it?
let you look that up. Right. I don't want to distract you too much.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 856,000 followers. So I think in total, it's definitely like millions. But
yeah,
he's such a sweet individual. He's actually, HME is sponsored by 502 Media now. Amazing human being, huge mental health advocate. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just need to, everyone's just got to remember that these are just people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, exactly. They just happen to have a huge platform. But yeah, that was my biggest, those were a couple of my biggest, like, oh shit moments.
Yeah, we were friends at some point a long time ago in high school. Her name is Erin Miller, Over the Moon Far Away. That's her username. If you looked it up, you might notice it. She does all nostalgic early 2000s videos. She's one of those influencers. There's a couple of them.
I might know her then, but yeah, I'll definitely look it up after.
And she plays like all the characters, like one of those type of things. Yeah.
It kind of narrows it down, but like it's you know, there's so many of those like parody accounts.
She's OG. She's been doing it for a while.
Yeah. So I probably
and she's consistent. Yeah. I think she's got like 3 million now.
That's awesome. I love that. See, I love when like
I think she makes, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guesstimating she might make more money than her husband, who's a doctor.
Over the Moon Far Away. I do not follow her, but I do know her. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's dope. She
hilarious.
Seems really sweet.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah,
no, I love her little high school ones of like, you know, when you just get back from vacation. I don't know how she does that like sunburn, but it is spot on. Yeah. It is spot on.
Yeah, she has a she's posted about it, but she has like a room in her house that's like dedicated to nostalgic stuff and where she records now.
I'm over here like, where did you find all this shit? Did you go thrifting or did we actually all keep our shit from high school?
No,
eBay. Yeah. Because I'm like, did we all keep our like shit from high school? Because I feel like the only one that didn't. But that makes me feel a little bit better because I'm just like,
there's stuff I wish I still had. I'm like, damn it, I wish I had a Bop It. You know, I wish.
Those are back.
Around. Are they back?
Yeah.
Are they too crazy though? I want the simple Bop It with the 3 things. The twisted.
I mean, I remember the one that was like almost looked like half a driving wheel.
Yeah, that was
or steering wheel, not driving wheel.
Yeah,
see, that's the one I had growing up.
The one I had was the OG.
It was just the like the strip kind of thing with like the little
twist it, pop it, and then like shake it. My friends used to say, "Fuck it." Yeah, that's an OG. Of course that's coming back. Why wouldn't it? A lot of stuff.
Everything's coming back. Like the early 2000s, late 90s smacked me in the face the other day at a baseball game. This girl had like the bangs, the claw clip, and the baby tee, and I went, oh, we're back to that. If I see leggings and a pleated skirt again with the sequin purse, I'm going to scream.
Yeah, she's done a video about the sequin purse.
Oh my God, the freaking sequin purse. We all, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just happy that Hot Topic is back to being like the goth alt like store instead of like dark Disney like it was for a hot minute there.
I would always go in there because they had really cool T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had hip hop stuff in there too.
Yeah. I was an emo girl, so.
But some of the people I've met that are into alternative music or metal, sometimes they'll have the hip hop side to them. Not all the time.
I mean, I have a little bit of a hip hop side to me. It's very selective, but I do.
What about like a rapper that's still rapping right now? Can you name one?
That's still rapping?
Yeah.
I mean, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
I'm very selective. I like my nostalgic, like, early 2000s. I'll listen to some, like, current, like, Megan Thee Stallion, Suicide Boys. I do enjoy some Kendrick. But, like, I don't even think J. Cole's...
Drake is trash now.
He's always been trash. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, I was never a Drake fan, ever.
I was, when it was Drake and Lil Wayne, so good.
But, like... I'm not the biggest fan of Lil Wayne's new album. I'm like sad. I'm so sad because I was so excited. I love that T-Pain is making a comeback of some sort.
It's great. He can actually sing too.
I know, his voice is stunning. I'm like, why did we auto-tune him for years? Like, are you kidding me?
He did that just because it was different, and now everybody does it.
Yeah, I know. Now it's everyone. But yeah, like, hip-hop's not like my biggest thing.
I get it.
Country's even less of my thing. But I do listen to quite a bit. I mean, my shuffle on TikTok goes from Kublai Khan to Suicide Boys to Kesha to the Hamilton soundtrack to Mayday Parade to, it's all over.
What did you say about J. Cole, though? You said something about J. Cole.
I said I wasn't sure if he's still currently in the industry. Yeah.
He's still not like extremely active. He's kind of like a gentle giant. Like, he does his own thing, like, in the background, and then he'll feature on somebody's song, and you'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what he's about. And he's very, like, humble. Like, he doesn't, like, buy, like, fancy cars and shit. Like, he doesn't give a damn about any of that. Like, it's...
Right.
And he's very intelligent. Like, I know one of my bosses actually went to college with him I think he went to NYU, or... He went to school in New York. I know he's from the South, but I know a lot of random stuff about rappers. Did you like Mac Miller, though?
I didn't listen to too much of his stuff.
Okay.
I wish I had when he was alive, because what I've heard is good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's also very funny. Very funny.
No, I wasn't too familiar with him. Like I said, hip hop is just kind of the only reason I'm into Suicide Boys to begin with is because it's my ex whatever's favorite artist, so that's all we listened to in the car. Yeah. Was that and Peeling Flesh, and I was like, but you don't listen to any of my metal, but you go straight to Peeling Flesh? Okay. But like, that's all we listened to. So it kind of grew on me. And then, their lyrics are very mental health related. I know a lot of their lyrics are not mental health related, but
now. I don't know.
They both, I think one still smokes weed, but they're both sober.
Yeah. It's Cali sober.
Yeah. So one's Cali, one's completely sober. Scrim's completely sober.
Yeah.
But yeah, their last album that they dropped was super mental health related, and it was just beautiful. So, and now they're dropping a new album, and I'm going to see them in September, so I'm pretty stoked.
What type of venues are they doing now?
I don't know. I'm going to an amphitheater to see him. I don't know what other like venues they do.
I don't know if they've done like if they're up to the big venues yet or not.
I feel like after 10 years they should be.
It's tough.
No, I know, but like they deserve to be. Like
yeah, there's
they've been working their ass off.
Yeah, there's a difference between they deserve to be or they freaking blew the right dude to do it, or whatever.
No, they absolutely deserve to be. I've done kind of a deep dive into their stuff, and their lyrics are just so. They're deep. They're a lot deeper than people realize.
I don't know much about their music at all, but I caught them on a podcast. I think they might have been on Theo Von's podcast.
They were on Theo Von's. They haven't done podcasts in years from what I was gathering from the YouTube comments.
Theo Von can get anyone.
Theo Von is hilarious. I absolutely adore him. He's also kind of a dream guest one of these days, just to like chit chat with. But he's a couple years down the road. I gotta get some more big timers under my belt before I do that.
Yeah. Who's another like guest that like you would just kill to have on?
Iron Sanctuary.
Okay, so that's a band.
No, it's not. It's a creator.
Really?
He started off on TikTok. He's now a bodybuilder and a huge men's mental health advocate.
Okay.
I would absolutely love to have him on. I think his first name's Kevin, but he's absolutely just seems like a wonderful human being, and what he's doing for mental health is really. He's been really vulnerable with his mental health and just, the stigmas with men and their mental health. And I would absolutely kill to have him on for sure. It'll happen.
It'll happen at some point. Yeah,
for sure.
It's all about consistency. That's what podcasting
sure
is all about.
Freaking is consistency and
I'm bringing myself
effort.
back because I was consistent. I used to do an episode every week for a while, for about a year. And then I was every other week, and then I went to treatment, and then threw everything off, and then I just came back in February, and I'm slowly like releasing episodes. Like,
yeah,
I don't have a schedule yet, because I'm kind of my anxiety and my OCD attacks things that I care about, so it has attacked the podcast. So it's been difficult to record. Not as much now. Obviously, I'm recording right now, but as far as like editing and posting and all of that,
it's a lot.
I can get very meticulous about it, and very like things I can get attached to it, or my OCD can. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but it's called mental contamination. Where you did something or said something while you were doing another thing. Mm-hmm. And if that thing's permanent, then you think you mentally contaminated it. So you'll think you need to delete it or do it over or just never post it. There was an episode I waited like 3 weeks to post that was ready to go just because I couldn't click submit.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's got to be a lot.
It's so frustrating, but
yeah.
But yeah, the more you like power through it, and the more you like just basically do the hard things. All the hard things is one of my friends' podcasts actually.
I love that.
Which almost sounds sexual because I'm immature, but
aren't we all secretly like just 12, 13-year-olds?
Yeah. But that's my friend Jenna, and she is killing it. Her podcast is solid, but she does so good online, like as like an influencer for OCD, or like just an advocate for OCD.
I love that.
She used to work at the place that I went to, and we became friends way before that. And we got to meet in person while I was there, which was really cool. Of course, we took no pictures.
Of course not, because why would you do that?
Why would I do that? But yeah, she's really cool. Jenna Overbaugh. Shout out to Jenna. Yeah, she was one of the first people I networked with, really, like on Instagram when I started podcasting. But Instagram's where it's at for, well, TikTok too, but Instagram podcasters, like.
Yeah, 1,000%. I feel like Instagram's the new Threads too. Threads is like a huge.
Threads is getting there too. I forget
it's
about
huge
Threads.
for.
I was on it like consistently for a while, and then I forgot about it, and now I need to. It's not in my, like, you know how you click on the certain apps when you open your phone.
Yeah.
It's not, hasn't been one of them. I need to put it somewhere else or something so I click on it more. And
yeah, it's an incredible tool for sure.
it is good because I feel like I used to love Twitter when it was like 2012.
Yeah, good old days.
Late night Twitter.
Oh my God, Twitter After Dark was something, man.
It was real.
Oh my God. I can't unsee some of the things I saw on there. Let's just put it that way.
That's true. But there was also some funny shit.
Oh, for sure.
Just like real. And I have like internet friends from back then. I had never met in real life.
Yeah. I'm actually, in the next like couple of weeks, I'm actually going to finally meet one of my Twitter friends that I've had for over 10 years that we've never met in real life. And I'm so excited.
Yeah. There's one I've met, Julia. I met her because I used to do a college blog, like a party blog. Like it started out on Twitter though, called Now That's College, and it was a thing for I don't know how long, but we grew to like almost 30,000 followers, which was a lot back then.
Yeah, that was.
And I switched it all to Modern Day Overthinker and lost a shit ton of followers.
Of course you did.
But I wasn't going to start from scratch if I already had a bunch.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I didn't buy any followers. That's dumb. Yeah, by the way, if anyone's listening and they think they're going to buy followers, don't do it. It's stupid.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it because when you have that many followers and not a lot of engagement, people realize you definitely bought them.
Well, I know people that buy followers and pay for engagement. So they're manipulating the whole system. But Instagram knows.
Yeah, they do. Enough. Clearly, I got locked out of my own fucking Instagram for someone else trying to use my Instagram to buy them, and I was like, "I'm not like, no." It was ridiculous.
Yeah, getting back in your Instagram can be like, it's like solving the world's hardest problem.
Honestly, I'm just over here like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'd rather solve a Rubik's Cube than try and get back into a locked out Instagram ever again.
A buddy of mine actually got locked out of his, and the only way we got him back in is because one of my friends knows somebody that works at Meta, and he reached out to him and got it unlocked. Otherwise, he would have been. And this was a comedian. He has like, I don't know, like. It's double. It's like tens of thousands of followers. I don't remember the exact amount, but so he was like, that would have sucked. I like starting over from that, and luckily, we one of my other internet nerds, because I've done like social media marketing and stuff on the side for people and businesses, and this guy does it a lot too, and a lot more than I do, and he happened to know somebody at Meta and just reached out to him, and it was just like, okay,
hey, it works.
If you don't have that kind of connection, you're not talking to anyone at Meta. No one.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Not a soul. There's not a 1-800 number. There's nothing.
Nope.
There's a bunch of they take you through a bunch of questions, then more questions, and then you can create a ticket that'll probably get read by a robot.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah.
They still haven't gotten back to me about my Instagram being locked out. I'm like, oh, well, I fixed it.
TikTok's worse.
Oh, well, I have an agency, so that's a little more helpful. But yeah, if you're not in an agency that can kind of like get it up the ladder for you, you're screwed. Yeah.
I just posted a video. They do not like cross-posting.
Nope.
I posted on, because I have a few accounts. I got locked out. I'm completely out of the Modern Day Overthinker account, so I started a Modern Day Overthinker Clips account. So I just post clips on there. and accidentally recorded a video and posted it on there when I meant to post it on my. I really wanted to post on my regular account,
Right.
But that's not what happened. So I was like, whatever. So I was like, today I went to post it on my regular account, or it was yesterday, and they were like, yeah, we're not putting this on the For You page. I'm like, what? Like, it's still my content. Like,
Right.
it's just frustrating. Like, I don't even think Instagram's smart enough to know that. Like, I could make a burner account and post whatever I want on there.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm just like, seriously? And it still got a ton of views from like my actual followers. Like, it was good engagement there, or at least good views. But yeah, like, fuck. Well, I'm going to try to post it on Instagram and Facebook tonight and see what it does, because I really opened up about not only like, I've talked about like being in treatment, but I talked about like a little more in depth, and I actually named the place that I was at because I want other people to know about it. I didn't want to like sound like I was endorsing them or was paid to talk about them or anything like that.
Right.
Because that would just be gross to me. But legitimately, like, the place saved my ass. Like,
1,000%.
Yeah. It was, it's one of the best places. There's only like one other place in the country that like is highly recommended for OCD and anxiety treatment, and that's I think it's ran by Harvard.
Well, shit.
It's called McLean, and I heard it's insane. Like, they will, like, if you're somebody who's obsessed about like showers and like being clean or whatever, or you have a ritual with showering, they will pull you out of the shower. Like,
that's awful exposure therapy, but okay.
I agree. So I'm glad I didn't go there, but apparently, like, they're very like military, like that kind of like structure.
Oh,
that's not how it was at Rogers. I mean, there was like obviously a lot of rules and stuff like you had to follow, but
right.
They like. I would say the worst part about it though was their food, not great. But
yeah.
Again, I wasn't there to have like a 5-star meal experience, but
right.
At the same time, it's like, but they let us like go to the grocery store and stuff and get stuff, and so it's fine. So that's not that big of a deal to me. The level of care was top notch. Like, besides some of the techs, like they didn't know what the hell they were doing because they were like 20.
Yeah.
But like my actual like treatment team was solid because I know a lot about OCD. So if they were saying some bullshit, I would have known.
Right. 1,000%.
Like I already know. Like, don't bullshit a bullshitter.
Right.
But yeah, I'm trying to keep these down to an hour though, and so we're at over an hour. So I want to kind of wrap things up here. I also have to run to the store before it closes. And you're an hour ahead of me, but you might be a night owl like me. I'm a night owl, so.
Oh, I've got TikTok streaming to do after this.
Let people know where they can find you, what your podcast is all about, all that good stuff. I'll let you get some free publicity. I'm not a gatekeeper, so.
Yeah, so you can find Hot Mess Espresso anywhere you get your podcasts. So Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Podbean, iHeartRadio. You can also find me on YouTube, youtube.com/hotmessespresso. I'm on TikTok and Instagram, hotmess.espresso. And then my personal Instagram is just Chaos of Heather Nicole. So it's relatively easy to find me. I live stream just about every night around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. So if you want to come through, say hi. Let me know that you came from this podcast episode and, all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you taking the time.
Of course.
I always go over time.
It's the story of my life. But thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Eventually, out of the 45 people you talk to, hopefully
you're on the next few weeks, so we'll get it moving and grooving.
Sounds good, Heather. All right. Well, you have a good night, all right?
You as well.
Take care.